Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are all house. Oh, yes, yes, and yes. I am so happy that you're here. My name is Barbara Tucker. Y'all know me. 35 years now in house and still going strong and loving every aspect of house. What we know, house is not just the DJ. House is not just the artist. And house is not just the dancer or even the promoter. House is all of us, because it takes us all to make it go round. So if you see somebody said that's getting too big, tell them, just say, we are all house. You can't have it by yourself. Right. We share this thing and we grow this thing. So I'm happy to be here, and we are also in the spirit of Black History Month, and it's a very, very important time. It's not excluding people, but it's just letting you know that we've contributed, our ancestors, our generations, and from one woman came a multitude of culture. Amen?
Amen.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. Dominicans, the Puerto Ricans, and even the Polish. Yes. House power. Yes, yes. So we are here kicking it live, and I have two special men to my left and to my right. And they're very special because these men have been a part of house forever. But you know, sometimes you don't get to see who they are. Sometimes you don't get to know that they've done this or they've done that. But they're there, humbly there, as a part of the pegs, the puzzles of house music, producers, artists, and so on. And one loves to hustle. You can find him at a club just hustling, trying to find somebody. Can you hustle with me? And that's what I love, because he's just not a man who's in the studio or standing at the club on the side in the cut. He is in the mix of the music. So to my left, you're right, let me introduce you to DJ producer Frankie Estevez.
Hey, hey.
I hope I'm saying that right.
You're saying it right. It just rolls out your tongue, Frankie.
Oh,
Estevez.
awesome,
Nice,
awesome.
nice.
We're so happy to have you. So greet the audience.
What's up, audience? We are all house.
Hello. Hello. And to my right, your left, super DJ, because you're a DJ. You know you're a DJ too, right?
I left it alone for a
You
little
left
while.
it alone. But we know him as an artist, we know him as a producer, and we know him as also an imprint in our house community. Give it up for Cassio Ware.
Cassio.
Wow.
What's
Wow.
up, superstars? How y'all doing?
Did you coin that phrase yet?
I've coined that phrase, and it's mine. Actually, I explain it all the time. Superstar is all the hard-working mothers, fathers. We are the real Hollywood, the people that provide for their families and go out each and every day. You know, there was someone at my job. She was like cleaning up offices and whatnot, and she just was really sad. Long story short, and I said, "What's up, superstar?" And she said, "I'm not a superstar." I said, "Yes, you are. You clean up, you go home, you provide for your family, don't you?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "You put your kid through college?" She says, "Yeah." She came back the next day and she says, "You know, you made my day, because I just didn't know what I was going to do."
That's beautiful.
You know, so.
That's interesting, because you bless people with the name Superstar, or you awaken that in them. And the reason why my company is called BStar, because when I say it to you, I'm prophesying to you to be the star. Because I believe, this is just my logic. You know I'm a Pisces, so we're always deep in the water and thinking all things. So I think that every time someone is born, a star appears. And that's their connection. That's their star. So I'm saying to them, be star. Be the star that you were born to be.
Amen.
And what star are you? Frank Star.
Frank Star.
Frank Star. Frankie Star. So, wow. I brought you two together because you two work a lot together. And this is our round table. What we do is we talk of different discussions. And because you two work so well together on various productions, like you have a production out now together.
Yes.
Correct, yes.
You explain as a producer. First, how did you meet Cassio? And I know it wasn't hustling.
It wasn't hustling, because he's too tall.
Could Cassio hustle? Well, he could have led, you know.
Well, I'm going to tell you where I met Cassio.
All right.
So this guy walks into the Sound Factory bar.
The Underground Network.
Yes, Underground Network. That, you know.
Don
He walks in
Wells.
with T. Alford.
Ah.
And he's wearing his jean jacket, Funky People in the back. Sam, look at this guy. He had his dreads and he had his jacket all cut up. And I'm looking, I'm saying, wow, I'm playing this guy's song, Funky People.
Yeah, but he kept looking at me, and you know, I'm from Newark, and I'm like, "What you looking at?"
You wasn't gonna beat nobody up.
No,
though.
he wasn't gonna get into it because he knew that I was straight up music. So anyway, so that's how we met. We were at Underground Network.
Yes.
It was a nice summer day in 1994.
Ah.
Okay, and this dude walks in with T. Alford, and they're wearing the Funky People whole jacket with the whole logo in the back. And you know, I said, Cassio, are you Cassio? He goes, what's up? What are you looking for? I said, Cassio, it's me, Frank. Nice to meet you. I'm a big fan of yours. I enjoy your music. I play Funky People and all that stuff that he's done with
Funky
Kevin and
People.
Josh.
Yeah.
But tell us about more about your career, because not only are you an artist, but also you have worked with backroom, front room production. You're a producer as well. Tell us the beginning of that. Give us some history.
Without trying to tell my age.
It's okay. We're proud of that. This is good. We're proud of those things.
I've been doing,
Amen.
I was about, I started out at 7 just doing theatrics, drama, and whatnot. But in high school, Essex Catholic Boys, I met Derek Jenkins. And also, separately, I had met Dwayne Spin Richardson. And Dwayne was on Hawthorne Avenue. We called it the back room. That back room kept us out of trouble, because if I would have went up the street, I would have been dealing drugs.
Wow.
But music saved my life. It kept me out of trouble.
Message of many.
Right.
Message of many.
And from that, we had the girls, Joanne, God bless, Sherry, and Renee.
And what was the group's name?
Jomanda.
Jomanda. Make
Right.
my body rock.
Right.
House music. It's interesting because I was on Facebook earlier, and someone was saying, well, these are my favorite house artists. But I noticed every artist that they picked was an R&B dance artist,
Right.
because they don't know. A lot of times, people don't know the difference between an R&B dance artist, which Mel Sharon, God rest his soul,
God bless.
and a house artist. Can you, you DJ producer, because I'm going to get to the audience in a second. What is a house artist? What's the comparison? What's actually the difference? Because there is a difference.
Well, I think that a house artist, first of all, let's start with the tempo.
That's it.
The tempo just,
4 to the floor.
once you get into that, the 4/4, yeah. And, an R&B artist, again, is just the changes through the melodic chords,
And more
the
of a
neo
groove.
soul, and the groove.
More of
So they're more into upfront artists,
Okay.
and the house artist is more following the groove 4/4.
Okay.
So, and bass line, of course.
Yes, and it's not to take anything away from anyone, but if we cannot define ourselves, other people are defining us and excluding house artists.
Right.
And house artists specifically create house music. Again, R&B dance, as Mel Sharon would say, is danceable R&B music. I can't get off my high horse, and this is R&B. It grooves. It's dance. It's R&B, and it has a groove. Now house is I need somebody.
Right.
Keisha Jenkins. Yes, I took it back to Jersey. Jersey, man. Jersey. Anybody here from Jersey? Jersey up in the house. You got Chicago. Like, Chicago had its sound. New York had its sound. But Jersey, it seemed like everybody came out of church singing house
gospel.
music. The chords, the production was so spirited. And that's where I believe they say it's a spiritual thing. Kevin would say it's a spiritual thing. In that context, I believe. I don't think all house music is a spiritual thing. I think, let's be for real, right?
Not today's.
It's because it's about the chords. A lot of the producers come out of church and they play those certain chords that make you want to shout. The singers sing certain ways, like to me, Michelle Weeks is a gospel house artist, more of a gospel house artist, even though it can be lyrically too. Dawn Tallman is obviously a gospel house because gospel has the more vibrato, whereas you can still have lyrical but straight tones, more of straight tones without the all of that. That's the vibrato in there instead of that's more of the straight tones type of situation. So before we keep going on, tell us more about what's happening now with your productions, because you got an album out.
Yeah, I got
something about your grandma. Your grandma got involved with the album?
Man, my grandmother's 100 years old, and my grandmother told me put out all this music. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
She
Black
was in the
History
studio
Mama.
every day.
Yeah.
The spirit of her?
Yes.
All right.
Because Cassio played those keys, and I put the rhythm together, and it was chemistry from the album. You know.
What do you think about albums? I know you didn't say much because I can feel you. I don't believe he's shy. Cassio, come on. But the interesting thing about you is when you hit the mic, you come alive. Is that where you find your comfort?
I just like to entertain, you know. I don't have a Barbara Tucker, Kenny Bobian voice. I just utilize what God gave me, and that tone was accepted by, you know, a lot of people, and I'm just grateful that it happened.
It works. You have a following. I remember one of my agents. I don't know if you know her. Her name is Flora Wolford. She's from England, and she was like, "You know Cassio? Oh, we love him. We love him." The ladies were loving you. It's the sound, the groove, and the sexy sound. It almost reminds me of Straight, who did Set It Off, because I call you guys speak singers.
Right.
Speak singers, like you talk singing, and it's got its own lane, and I like it because you can distinguish that Cassio is in the house.
That poetic flow.
Yeah, that poetic flow. Any other artists that you're working with these days?
Well, the album has 31 songs.
31 songs.
Okay,
Shivani's on the album. Charlene Blair's on the album.
We know her as Chanel.
I'm sorry.
Chanel.
Yes, Chanel.
Kiss Your
Wow.
Link.
Okay, so then we need the agents knocking. We need some booking agents knocking, because this is a topic that we've had on this stage many times, that you have people who have albums out.
Right.
Who,
I have Cynthia Tucker's on the album.
we had her here.
Right.
Big shout out, Cynthia.
Dewana Chandler is on the album.
Yeah, your
Yes,
eyes are like,
the one.
Yeah.
She's the one. Okay.
And Carolyn Victorian.
Carolyn Victorian, yes. Cassio.
My cousin, Kyle Abercrombie.
He's on the album, yes.
Okay. Putting family down. Okay.
Yeah. And Jackie Dorsey. There's a lot of people on the album.
So there's a lot of people on the album. What do you two expect from this album? How are you marketing? Is marketing happening, or are you just putting it out? What is your intention?
No, the marketing is happening. It's more like it's a participation from all the artists that are involved with it. So we expect not only us to market it from our perspective, but we expect the artists to also do their thing. And if they can perform it, that's even better too.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
you know, it branches out to everyone.
Okay.
And my guys from overseas are really taking on the project and have been promoting it for me.
Who's your guys?
I have Rhythm X and Ricky from London, Salvatore from Italy, CKP over in London.
Oh, you know CKP? All right.
And a host of others have been contacting me and just putting the album in the right direction.
This is good.
The thing they like about it is different from a lot of the other stuff that's
Definitely.
out. And I look. I just got to be unique and different, and if nobody likes it, well, I'll just listen to it myself.
What? We can't serve everybody.
Right.
We can't serve everybody. So guys, we're in this special month. We're in this special month right now, Black History Month, and what does that mean to you?
Black, hard to wear, amazing to be.
Whoa.
Hard to wear, amazing to be.
We got it. I'm like,
And
he's always coining phrases. He's a lyricist.
No, I'm just think about it. Think about the struggle. Think about, you want me to keep it real.
Yes.
I took a step back because I have a 19-year-old black son, a male. And I needed to be there for him. You know, I had the opportunity to keep getting on a plane and traveling, but that would have been a void in his life. And I thank God that I stuck around, because right now he's at Rowan University, you know, and he's having his good days, and then he's having his days of being a little bit like his dad used to be. You know, that's a hint. I'm a good boy now, you know, and but he's grounded. You know, train a child the way they should go. You know, my grandmother trained my mother. My father's family trained him. Got that switch, because back in my day, it was about a switch. You know, I can't spank you with a switch, but, you know, I just speak my voice, and my son, even at his age, he knows I mean business. So it takes a village to raise a child, and I stayed home for that, and God bless that.
That's
you know,
important.
because I only got one. And,
It's important for parents to mold. I believe in, no, I don't have any children, but I do believe that God entrusted parents or human to raise the next generation. Right. And I heard my bishop say this once. He said, your child is not supposed to be your friend. And your child, when they look at you, that's the first face of God they're supposed to see, the respect and the humbleness. And I believe that they're your mentor. Your friends will love you, but love you as you are with your mistakes. Right. But it takes a mentor to say, look, that's not right. You don't have to do that and go this way, and it's okay. So the parents, not necessarily, they don't have to be your friend. They're there loving you and embracing you, but they don't have to, like, oh, it's okay, let's smoke weed together. No, that's not your job, parent, to say let's smoke weed. Oh, they're gonna go on another. No, train up a child and they won't depart from you. Granted, maybe somebody might try something, but when they get in front of you, there's gonna be all kind of respect. And this is it. Now you have a son as well.
Yes, I do.
Your son is here. Come say hi. Come say hi. The little
my son
genius.
Alexander.
Yes.
That's my nephew.
That's your nephew.
That's it.
Same tribe.
That's
I tell
my boy. He's going over to NJIT. Mechanical engineering is in his mind.
Oh wow, you better work. Yeah. This is awesome. Maybe both the sons will get together and create a business.
They've done it, but we'll see what the future brings.
We do the movies and stuff like that too.
I will say this, you know, bringing up kids, these kids need a lot of love today.
Yes.
Let's be clear on that.
Yes.
The kids need a lot of love, and they need direction. You know, for those that are parents, you start to see these things as they develop and grow, hit the maturity level. They're going to come to you for guidance. No matter what the world is saying or doing, just be there.
And they should want to come to you.
That's it. Okay, you have to build that trust.
Yes. It would be so cool if these two got together with their sons and did an all-day reality show. The father and son. Come on now, that could be cool. What do y'all think?
I'll take it.
I think that could be cool to videotape that and having those discussions. That can be an ongoing type of reality show of the father-son generation or something. I think that's a good idea.
Call it raw and real.
Right. But no, we expect nothing less.
You raw, I'm real.
We're not saying, oh, let's take our sons to Coney Island or something. No, we're gonna sit down, we talk, let's all shoot some hoops, the sons against the fathers, vice versa, because your son plays basketball.
Yes, he does.
He's taller than him.
You know. So this is good. You two think about that. That's something I gave away free.
To be continued. Everybody.
I'm the consulting muse. The consultant muse. So this is good. Now, I didn't ask you about Black History Month.
To me, Black History is, I want to, first of all, say a big shout to all the black artists that paved the way.
There's so many.
Okay, and there is so many, but to pave the way to be where we are with the music and what we appreciate and love the most.
This is beautiful. There were many artists, even through our time, many artists that once they put the mic down, they were doing things for humanitarian causes. I know, not that I was like of age then. I was in '62. I was a baby, but granted, you had your soul singers sitting on the dock of the bay, to Aretha Franklin, to, of course, James Brown. And one thing we must remember as artists are supposed to be reflecting the times and the season of what's going on, not disregarding it, acting like that has nothing to do with me. If this person is going through racism or hatred or prejudice or somewhere, artists, you can tell when they're, I believe, again, this is just me, that when they are in tune with God, because God downloads and brings that to their to their soul, to their spirit. Like, I don't like the way the women are treated. Women, we are somebody. Women, we are strong. You know, you start looking at the lyrics of various artists, and they're making sense. And they say, this is again what I heard, that in seasons of wars and stuff, that the artists were the first to be killed. Does anybody understand why? Could you see it? You understand? Because we were like the British are coming type of situation. Right. We always brought the funk, the news, what's happening, the scandal. We brought it in the songs, the awareness of what was happening in that day. So artists keep on going. It's our responsibility. And as I learn more and more about God and me, and the reading biographies of various artists, I know those are assignments from God to bring forth a message, to touch, move, inspire, empower one another. You know, some people get so lost in it, you know, because it can be heavy to handle. And so henceforth may come the drugs and the alcohol, and they're singing, and then they're in the depression or the funk of that. But it's to sing about it and get out of it and go on to the next lyrical context. Anybody have anything to say about that in our
therapy.
Audience? What do you got to say? Come in the mic. Who are you? Look, who are you?
T. Solomon.
T. Solomon's in the house. Come on, come in the
I
mic.
really like what you were saying about.
Come into the mic.
Oh, sure. I really like what you were saying about how artists were people who were, as far as I'm concerned, we were the senses of what was going on. We pick up things that people don't hear, don't see,
yes,
and we bring it to the people. We formulate it, whether it be through painting, whether it be through music.
That's it.
So it definitely is something to be revered.
That's good. That's good. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to share? This is awesome. So we're getting ready to have a performance from you in a little bit, right?
A little something.
A little something? And who's this beautiful, statuesque woman behind you?
This is Dawana Chandler.
Dawana, how are you? Come in the mic. Come in the mic. So you're gonna be jamming with Cassio Ware? Yes. You're gonna have to speak in the mic so the people can hear you. How long you've been in the industry?
Actually, I came in through R&B.
Oh, okay.
Like I've sang in bands, I've sang solo.
Okay.
I've always loved house music, and I said, you know what? I'm 46 years old. Before my time is up, I want to go into house music.
This is okay. I love house because house is so spirited, and you get to sing and feel what you want. Unlike, you know, R&B or hip hop, when you get to a certain age, they want to kick you to the curb. Right. House embraces everybody, everything, short, black, gay, straight, no arms, no legs. You can still keep going as long as that beat is kicking.
That's right.
As long as them dancers can dance, and you give them one line, and you can have a number one. So I've seen people with one line have number one, and I'm like, okay. So it's all good. We're happy to hear you, and we're looking forward to hearing something from you as well. Now, any of our studio audience, before we go to DJ Q, do you have anything you want to say about Black History Month?
Celebrate on.
Oh, come on.
Black is beautiful.
That's a good thing, and so are you. This is I call him the cake man. I know there is a cake man out there, but if you all come down here, 310 Van Brunt, you will have some awesome cake. He makes from scratch. What?
Thank you.
What? Oh yeah, we eat in the bag. So come on, Q. Let's say hi to Q before Mama Becky comes on.
Sure.
Q is our resident DJ in the house. He never wants to talk either, but we get him talking. What do you got for us today?
Music. She should know not to ask me. I don't like to do the mic thing, but you know, hello everybody, and
well, we're getting ready to get out of here. Again, my name is Barbara Tucker. This is We Are All House. We want to thank our guests.
All right.
Cassio Ware and Frankie. Check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and check the music out. And hey, you might hit New York and hit the floor, and guess who you'll see next to you? Frankie. Peace and love. We're going to turn it over to Mama Becky.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to We Are All House, man. We're in February. It's Black History Month. We want to take this time to thank
and give props to all the contributors to Black History, to Black people, to everybody, to the community, to Latinos, to all of us. We are all Black, like we are all house.
Yes.
We also want to take the time today. We lost somebody in the house community, Tommy Allen.
Tommy Allen, we love you, Tommy.
All right, but I don't want to waste no more time. Because this guy right here.
I have a dream.
All right, we are our house. Welcome. Here
One
we
day,
go.
this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. God made me funky. God made me funky. And
funky people, funky people. Let's get on down. Let's get on down. Get down, get down, down, down. 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 Get down, funky, funky music.
Hoy quiero contaros una historia. La historia de mi tierra preferida. Mi isla preferida. Ibiza. La isla de Bes. Odiada, amada, cuestionada. Ibiza ha sido siempre la capital de la diversión y el centro del clubbing internacional. Un lugar con historia, envuelto en un velo de magia y misticismo, que parece protegerla de un final que nunca llegará. Una extraña dependencia. Dicen que Ibiza es uno de los pocos lugares en el mundo recordado en las personas. Una grandísima nostalgia cuando se privan. Se necesita absolutamente ir a ver qué sucede allí. Dicen.
so fine, I can't keep my eyes off you. With that pretty smile and that warm brown skin, those strong hands that knows how to handle. I love watching you. You're so fine, and I love you. You're my vintage wine. Watching you, watching you, watching you, watching you, watching, 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 watching you. I'm so glad you're mine. Just the way I like it. Just the way I like it. Just the way I like it.
1, 1, 2.
Do it all, just the way I like it. Do it all, just the way I like it.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. It's hot in here. So hot. Yeah. Ooh, we walked into the room. Yeah. The temperature started to rise. Yeah. Sweat started to fall from the faces of 5,000 people. As the people started to dance to the beat.
Dance to the beat.
The rhythm.
Dance to the beat.
Your rhythm.
We talk for a minute. Girl, what is your name?
What is your name?
I like what you're doing.
I like what you're doing.
Keep doing your thing.
Keep doing your thing.
You turn around.
You're turning me out.
You're turning me out.
You're turning me out.
You're turning me out.
Turning me out.
You're turning me out.
Turning me out.
Woo. I like it. Can y'all say it? I like it. Woo. Say what? I like it.
He like it.
I like it. Hold up. Hold up. I want y'all to get down like we're 20 years old. If you feel like you're good, if you want to feel like you're 21, I want everybody to hit a bounce. 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 Bounce.
Like this.
Bring it down to the floor. Bring it down to the floor. Bring it up. Bring it up. Move your body, baby.
Free.
Shake it, drop it crazy.
Free.
Let's rock the dance floor.
Free.
Move your hips
Like
along.
this.
Dance into the crowd.
Free.
Get wet, get wild.
Free.
Lose control.
Free.
Let your body
Like
go.
this.
I wanna see you freak.
Free.
Make your body speak. And I have a piece. Come
Like this.
dancing to the crowd.
this.
Get wet, get
Like this.
move your
Like
soul.
this.
Work it out now.
Let your body
Like
go.
this.
Work it out.
Rock your body, baby.
Like this.
Rock your
Rock
body.
your body, baby.
Like this.
Rock your
Can y'all hear
body.
it?
Like this.
One,
Like
two,
like this.
Free.
Freak,
Like this.
Free.
Like
little
this.
louder. Freak,
Like this.
little louder.
Like
Freak.
this.
Free.
Like this.
Say what?
Free.
Like this.
What?
Free.
Like this.
Barbara Tucker.
Like this.
I want to give a special thank you to Barbara Tucker, DJ Q.
Yeah.
You know why? My grandmother told me to give a person their flowers while I could thank them. She put me on that Sound Factory bar stage. Underground Network. Don Welch. Tell them. Wrote this little song. wrote this little song. Just had to tell them how I really feel. My love is so real. I love you. Ooh, I miss you. And as the wind knocks at my window pane, voice loud, calling out your name to me. A whisper, shout, I love you. Tasha, I miss you. I love you. I love you. Ooh, thinking all the memories, good times that we shared. Good times. You were always there for me, a friend who cared. I love you. I love you. I miss you. I love you. I miss you. Now listen, life is short. Life is short. And if you love somebody, I don't care if you had an altercation, a fight, tell them that you love them. Call them, tell them you miss them. Tell them that you love them and you miss them. Tell them that you love you. I love you. Robert Tucker. That's Dewana Chandler, y'all.
your body. What's your body? As long as I got you, I got it.
Do your dance, do your dance, do your dance, do your dance.
As long as I got you.
Do your dance, do your dance.
Just as long as I got you, I got enough. Just as long as I got you, when those I got enough. Just as long as DJ Q, DJ Q, DJ Q. Long as I got you, I got enough. Oh, just as long as I got you, as long as I got you, just as long as I got you.
Everyone understands house music. It's a spiritual thing, a body thing, a soul thing.
body, work the floor, work the floor, work the floor. Twist that body, work the floor, work the floor, work the floor. Twist that body, work the floor, work the floor, work the floor. Twist that body, work the floor. Work the body, feel your body. Work the body, feel your body. Work the floor, work the floor. Work the body, feel your body. Work the floor, work the floor. Everybody loves somebody. Twist that body, work the floor.
stood for the rights of other people. Also, a big shout out to Josephine Baker. Yes, Josephine Baker, again, she was a dancer, she was a singer, she was an entertainer, and she stood for the rights of others as well. And that's what we implore. We implore you as artists. It's nice to sing and it's beautiful to dance. It's beautiful to paint. But what do you do for the community? What can you do? There's something that we all can do for community when we put down the artwork and we take a stand for the rights of all people, for black people, for all people. Amen. It's not that we disregard anybody else's right, but for some reason they don't want to give us ours still. So we just want to encourage our community to get up, get going, do what you got to do. Let God move and groove through you. Go paint it, go sing it, go dance it, go be it. Be the history, because when you leave, your legacy shall stay going on and on through songs, through artwork, and through even dancing. Come on, somebody got something to say. Come on, you got something to say. What is Black History Month to you?
Black History Month is a celebration of what we have been doing all along. We as a people, we're so, how can I say? We've worked through so much. We came here to this country when we didn't want to come here. We sung when we had to work through work, and we made a lot of music. We made a lot of music. We created a lot of music. I like to take a shout out to Stevie Wonder, the people from Motown, Ray Charles, James Brown, Aretha Franklin, all of the people in the music industry that created the path that we've been listening to. They created the sound that we've been listening to. They've been a blessing to us. And we carry on the torch. Today, we carry on the torch. Barbara as a singer, Fred as promoter, myself as a DJ and a producer. It's amazing. It's a love. You gotta keep on passing this on and keep it going. Yes,
and we do it in love. We thank God. We give God the thanks and the praises for our life and for our assignment, because it's not an accident that we're all here.
No,
it's a reason, and we do have a job to do. It's okay. Because when you do the job and you don't mind getting paid for standing up for your rights, it's called the passion. Peace and love. Enjoy the party, y'all. Back to DJ Q. Come on, DJ Q. I'm already saying the next event is Bart. No, the next event is February 24th with Miranda Nicole and DJ Mickey Affleck around our round table. We want y'all to keep house music going, keep it pumping, keep it pushing. Big shout out to all those artists and DJs and producers on the grind, pushing this thing. Yeah. We want to say Sabrina Armstrong, get better. Turk,
God made me funky. And I'm glad he made me that way.
Yeah. Well, all the dancers in the house, let me hear you make some noise. If you're feeling love for house music, let me hear you make some noise out there. Somebody
We want to shout out everybody that joined us out there in Spain, in Ibiza, in Brooklyn, in Bronx, in Queens. We all house. Yes. There we go. We are all house. 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 Yes, DJ Q.
You ready to drop it?
Azúcar. Here we go.
Yeah.
New York City. It's how we do. I'm Becky Nunez, and I thank each and every one of you. Happy Black History Month. Let's keep all those positive thoughts out in the air. Bring it on.
Let freedom ring, y'all.
Woo!
Let freedom ring.
Let's go.
From the dance floor.
Thank you. Thank you, Frankie. Frankie Estevez, thank you.
Let freedom ring. From Brooklyn.
Let freedom ring.
From Birmingham. Chicago.
We are family.
Jersey.
We are our house. We are one. We are human. We are love. We are
churches and out the churches.
Yes.
Through every mosque.
Yes.
And every temple.
Here we go.
Somebody show love.
Woo!
Love. Come on. Let freedom ring. Hey.
Let freedom reign. Let freedom reign. Let freedom reign. Let freedom reign. Thank you, Funktion House, for having us.
Thank you.
Yes.
Aaron. Tarek. Jared.
Here we go. Azúcar. Ay, Dios mío. ¿Qué es lo que pasa? DJ Q on fire.
And Becky.
Yes, give it to